Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Catching Up. I'm your host, Lauren Kalil. If you like listening to us chat about CrossFit news and everything that's going on in the sport, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Today, I'm joined by Rich Froning and Andrea Nisler from CrossFit Mayhem Freedom as they get ready for the first part of the in-person competition of the season. You guys are going to Syndicate this weekend. Are you excited?
Yeah, I think we're excited to, I don't want to say get it over with because you do enjoy the competition side, but yeah, I think we're ready for it to be here.
I just like getting it, not same thing. Okay. Not getting over with, but I like doing it first and then getting to watch all the other things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like being the first, like one of the first groups of teams to actually get on the competition floor, test out some of these workouts, and then you guys have so long to actually prepare for the next stage in the games. How do you think that like affects your training and getting ready for like peak season at the CrossFit Games?
I think that's most ideal just because your end goal is the games. So getting the most training time to get that in is great just because it is different types of training. You typically see shorter workouts at the semifinals, and the games is like a whole new ballpark where you'll get long workouts, hot out in the sun, running. So.
Yeah, and I think you can kind of, there's 4 weeks, I think, of semifinals. So you can, you don't have to be as stressed to get right back into training. If you were the final semifinal where we're the first, you can kind of take a week or two. I would not say a deload or anything like that, but a less stressful week or two of training because the grind of games training is real. It's something you got to mentally be ready for. Body's got to be ready for it. So it's nice to get it over with, get semifinals over with. For me, I've always noticed that it's not necessarily the volume. I think it's more of the mental grind of, hey, it's game season, just the stress of, you feel like you need to be doing more or doing all these different things. And so it's nice to have kind of a week or two of just kind of, hey, let's work out, let's train hard, but not stress about it so much where, people that are going in the final semifinal, as soon as it's over, it's on, so that sucks. Sucks.
Yeah. You guys are lucky. You have like you flip
first,
the coin and
get it over with.
You got your call. Andrea, yesterday I was talking to you and you were saying that, you have your bags packed, you're packing super light. You guys don't do matchy-matchy outfits. Rich, this seems like something that you would just love to coordinate.
You know me, I'm real big on my appearance. If it's not black or really, really dark gray, I'm not going to wear it. So, no, we don't really. We do have, our freedom shirts and stuff like that. But, the girls, I feel like, coordinate a little bit more than we do, but we don't really coordinate all four of us. But, which I like, though. There's no reason to get into the, hey, we all got to look whatever. Like, we know who's on the team. We know we don't need to look and see a uniform to see that.
Yeah, no.
Come on. We want to see you guys in neon, though. Rich, especially you, like a neon headband or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it would really go with my eyes, but maybe.
Maybe at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Any specific workouts that you guys are most excited for now that we see, what CrossFit's programmed, what Syndicate's programmed?
I'm looking forward to the one where we squat. That's every single event of Syndicate. No, I mean, they're good. They're all pretty difficult workouts, which, I hate to say it, but that's in our favor. And we squat in every single event. So good thing we squat quite a bit. And all of them look fun. The one I think I'm most dreading is there's a wall ball worm deadlift one. Worm deadlifts, last year we had that, little hiccup with the standard and whatever, and worm deadlifts are just they are what they are, and so we'll see how those are judged and how it goes this weekend.
And the worm definitely seems like the biggest curveball that we see when teams are competing and finding the right rhythm, the chemistry, communication. From what we've seen so far, it seems like this year Mayhem Freedom might have the strongest team in history. What do you guys think as being members of the team? I mean, Rich, since the beginning, Andrea, a couple of years, about this team that we're seeing.
I won't disagree. I don't know if Rich has anything else to say.
No, I mean, definitely. I mean, we had a really strong team last year. Chase did an incredible job, stepped up where we needed him to, and was awesome. And I mean, as fit as Chase was, Sam is fitter. So you could definitely make that argument. There's no way to, really discount that. So we'll see. We really enjoy working together. I mean, I do. I don't know if Andrea does. It's a good time. Sam has stepped right in and has done a really good job on the worm. Does really good job communicating. Is super selfless when it comes down to it. So that's always fun to work with these guys and girls. That that's what it really comes down to is. Are you okay with hurting a little extra if you need to? And are you okay with letting your ego go if somebody's a little bit better at something? And so I think this group is really good at that. And I'm looking forward to being able to compete. I mean, I've competed with the girls a bunch, but with Sam on the floor, whereas online stuff is just different. You know how it is.
Sure.
Yeah, I also was a little nervous just because Sam had never done the worm before, but he's actually really good at it. It was so great to see that. So I'm very excited for anything with the worm.
In a way to get to know the team a little bit better, I have a couple rapid fire questions, a little game that we're going to play. Yeah, I hope you're ready.
Okay.
So I'll ask the questions and you guys will both answer who you think this pertains to on your team.
Okay.
Who is never on time?
Rich.
Me. I've got 3 kids though. Come on.
I like
Definitely
that it
me.
came with the reasoning.
Definitely me though. Yeah. Yep.
Who always forgets something?
Taylor.
Yeah. I was about to say who's the most on time is Taylor and has to have 100% of a plan. Like if we don't tell her exactly what we're going to do the night before, she gets all kind of frazzled.
So how does she deal with that, with you being a little bit of like kind of opposite, having a family, having a business, all of these other things, and sometimes things are just on the fly?
I think she hates me.
I am everyone's cushion. It's fine. No, I'm just kidding. Joe and I've been friends for a long time, so we talk a lot.
Yeah, that's my fault. My bad. I'll take that one.
Who brings the best snacks?
I don't know if anybody really brings snacks.
I bring snacks. No one ever wants them. I mean, I got fruit.
Oh,
yeah.
Mangoes, bars. What do you want?
Yeah, I did have some mangoes, I guess, during quarters. You're right. All right. I'll give it to Andrea.
Who is the most dramatic after a WOD? Just the eyebrows.
It really depends on the workout, I guess. It's pretty funny. So Andrea, every time we do something, she's like, "I'm going to be bad at this," or "I'm going to slow us down," or "We're going to have to go slow on the GHDs," or whatever it is. And then when we start doing it, she's going 1,000 miles an hour, and I can't even keep up. So I'd say the most dramatic going into the workout is usually Andrea.
I have this fear of letting people down, and I just want everyone's expectations to be so low that maybe I surpass them.
Right.
I like the way you answered that, though. Who has the best dance moves or celebration after a big win?
I don't know if we really.
What dances?
Nobody dances. We don't do TikTok.
That's only Haley.
Yeah, Haley's TikTok. Andrea does not like sweat, so you can't even like high five her or anything. So
you high five me.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, just whatever. No. So no.
But so Haley hasn't. She hasn't gotten you guys into like the whole TikTok, learning these dances, shooting some videos. I know we haven't seen it on the internet, but I thought maybe on somebody's phone.
I'm too old. I usually end up in geese somehow with some face of like disgust. That's usually that's my role on the team, is the old man that doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. Haley's asked me to make a few and I just go, "What's the TikTok?" So
yeah, I'm not doing it.
Not
too
yet.
Old,
not yet.
Too far gone, you know?
Okay, that's fair. When we're looking at some of the other teams that are also competing this weekend, not necessarily at the same competition, but this year we do have CrossFit Reykjavik that also is throwing down this weekend. after quarterfinals, some people were saying, oh, can this team really give Mayhem Freedom a run for their money? What do you guys think of, the comments from the fans and what people think about both teams as really competitive and strong athletes?
Well, I don't want to say anything bad here. I don't know.
I think it's motivation. Anytime you hear the talk or see the whatever, see people saying stuff, we'll just say it's ammo. So, yeah, let them talk.
Do you guys like the talk? I guess I just think of other sports where there's always like the two teams that really want to battle it out. Do you think that there is a space for that in CrossFit, or the community and the team aspect is just so different that we're kind of one in our own, if that makes sense?
No, there needs to be that. I think that might be, and that's kind of what I feel like Dave was for a while, was the villain. Somebody needed a villain. Everybody tries to pull the whole, oh, we all get along and blah, blah, blah. We've said it a couple times, or I've said it. I don't know if anybody else backs me up on this, but when you compete, nobody's your friend. And, we do have this awesome community, and, once everything's over in August, August 10th or whatever, yeah, then we can be friends again. But I hate everybody right now. I hate our own teams right now. So I think if you don't have that mentality, you're not a true competitor, just my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're not all there for participation ribbons. I know that's the thing these days, but someone's got to take it first. So
yeah, we're not there to make a TikTok or there to make a social media push. So we want to win.
All business and play after the season. Love it.
Yeah.
maybe.
if there's time for that.
Yeah.
Do you genuinely think that this is the team that's going to sweep everything?
I don't think that's possible. I think it's everybody gets so wrapped up in, and that's kind of what makes it more stressful is, we want to win every single event. That's the game plan going in, but it's an unrealistic game plan. And, when it's an expectation that you win every event, then it kind of takes the fun out of it. But that's also a good thing too, because it's a motivating factor of, hey, we want to win every event, but it's just not possible. There's so many good teams and so many, we have holes and things we've got to work on and things we will work on. But even, if we get as good as we can at, X, Y is going to suffer or whatever it is. So that's kind of the beauty of the sport, like you can, and that's, I think, why for the most part, athletes are so humble, is you can win overall and still technically get beat in every single event. So, there's always things to work on. That's why we all love CrossFit, I think.
Yeah. Also, no one really remembers your individual placing. It's just at the end.
Yep.
That's fair. Are there any teams that you guys have your eye on, or is it really just blinders and just, the workhorse mentality, do what you need to do?
I think training wise, speaking just for myself, we don't really pay attention to, I don't have social media on my phone. I don't do any of that stuff anymore. I know what we need to do, and we all train hard. And really, I think our biggest competition is within, we get into workouts and the girls don't want to let us win, or if we pair up on something, with the girls, we don't want to let the other pair win. So I think having each other to push each other, we don't need other teams. There's going to be other teams out there that are going to be better, like I said, in certain things. And so we just know what we need to work on.
When it comes to, both of you have been in the competitive space for basically a decade or more. What do you both think about, all the chatter that we've heard surrounding poor judging and standards? And even with you, Rich, I know I saw a little banter between you and Hiller on Instagram after one of the quarterfinals workouts. I'm just curious what both of your take is on the conversation that's been happening within CrossFit.
I have thought this for years. I think at the highest level at the games, the judges need to be paid. They need to be professionals that were maybe went through. I know you do the judges course online and such, but I think there could be a lot more streamlined judging that way. As far as online judges go from their garage and such, I don't know. What does Rich think about that? How about?
I honestly don't. I kind of like what Hiller is doing. I'm not 100% in agreement with his antics and how he goes about it, and I don't agree with 100% of his stuff. I think the biggest thing, it falls back on CrossFit. I think complicating the standards so much that, and changing the standards so much that you don't know year to year what the issue is. I think the standards should be as simple as possible, to where it's on the athlete and not on the judge. And I think, some of these semifinals, you're making some of these standards and changing things and trying to be so cute and flashy and, hey, look at me with what I'm doing, where it should be yes, the test should be a good test and should be a well-rounded test. But when it's some crazy kind of just ridiculous standard or, kind of a show that it takes away from the athlete and puts more on the judge, that's not the trend. And I feel like over the years we had trended towards, or we're trending towards less being on the judge and more being on the athlete. And then in the last couple, we've taken a couple steps back on that and try to get too cute or try to complicate things where it should be, hey, get this work done. I'm all for not being, figuring out how people are going to cheat it and making it better that way. But a lot of it comes back on the athlete as well. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's just the judge. I would say it's a combined effort of CrossFit, the judges, and the athletes. And I think if we're wanting this thing to be legitimate, we've got to actually, turn it inside and figure it out. But this season has been a little bit of a mess.
So what do you think
when you're thinking more about the standards while you're working out than just working out?
Yep. Like, what's a 2-foot takeoff on a burpee? Like, if you slow down frame by frame, I guarantee people's feet, like a millisecond. So it's ridiculous. And so, get over the bar, get over the box, get over the line, whatever it is. Who cares? You're doing the work. If you kick the bar, is there really a tactical advantage to kicking the bar every time that it shouldn't count as a rep? And so, like, those little things, it is what it is.
Do you think that that's what makes being in person so much better though? Because when you film your workout, you're having a video team review it. They can slow down, they can pause things, where when you're live in person, I mean, it's just go, go, go. You either get the rep in the second or you don't. And there's really no debate after.
Yes and no. Cause you get some judges, and we'll see this every once in a while. People want to know rep mayhem. It is what it is, and they want to say that they know repped us on something. So it just depends on the judge. Is there some ego there? Are they an actual, 99% of the judges are 100% subjective and they do a good job. But every once in a while I've heard I got to know rep mayhem, and you're just like, come on, that's what your goal is for the weekend. So, yeah, I don't know.
And on the flip side, there are some that are afraid to know rep. We're not here. We only know rep.
Yep.
What are you guys most looking forward to competing in person with this next level team?
Crowd energy, I think, really. It's just fun to not be in the barn and not in silence. I feed off the crowd and really enjoy having the community there. Andrea?
I guess same. It's just, I like the adrenaline. We get a little nervous at quarterfinals, but not really. You're just at home doing your thing. But the adrenaline part of the in-person is, you can't compare it to anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Rich, this might be a little bit early because we're only going into semifinals. We're not at the games yet. But if Mayhem Podiums gets first, because I don't want to say third or second, if Mayhem gets first, are you going to tip your hat and ride off into the sunset?
I don't know. We've talked about it and it's been said, but who knows? It's just hard to really. I would have thought yes this year 100%, and then getting back into training. We'll see. I think as far as the team goes, like what I'm saying, I guess is I'll be doing the Open. I will be a master next year. So age group online qualifiers. I'll be doing that stuff anyway. I don't know if I'll be back at the games. Ever. I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I'm retired, and then 40 days later you're back. And so
Scott Panchik is doing it. He's trying to get there with the bros.
Scott's doing great. So I don't know. I think I say yes just to have a little less stress on me, but who knows? I can't. I don't want to commit to I'm retired and then next year I'm right back where we're at. I think as far as team goes, I'm this is probably it for me. It's been awesome. It's been a good ride doing that, but I think Andrea says she's done. So if she's done, I'm done, you know?
Oh, Andrea, what's the plan for next year?
Oh, I'm also just getting old. Or like sitting here right now, I've had to move my knees so many times.
Same.
I mean, I have a wedding coming up. I'm doing stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm done.
We said that
All
last
right.
year too. So, and then there was a text the day after, and we're like, all right, one more. So who knows?
So we'll keep the conversation going. We're going to ask you guys like 5 more times before the end of the season.
Right.
And then like a month after the season, we'll follow up again.
Yep. And then if you follow us up in January, it'll be a different answer too. So
just keep the conversation going, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, Rich, Andrea, thank you guys so much. Good luck this
Awesome.
weekend.
Thank you.
The first part of the in-person competition. We're going to get that atmosphere back.
Let's do it. Let's go.